Is this a case of a man who is cheating on his wife, or is it the case of a powerful CEO who is sleeping with his employees? Maybe it's all both. But while I think about that, let my music play. All right. Like, subscribe, hit the alerts. You already know that stuff, but we need to get right into this one. All right. CEO of Astronomer. We're talking about Andy Byron. Okay. CEO, powerful man, worth a lot of money. Was at a Coldplay concert. You know Coldplay, right? I don't. But he was at a concert and they had the Jumbotron put him randomly on screen, right? The little kiss cam, they have a kiss cam thing, and put him on screen. And I'm going to play this video for you so you can see his reaction and see exactly who he's with in this video. Play the video for me, please. All right, so now the video's short, 14-15 second video, not anything that's super long, but what you see is that when the camera pans and turns towards him and the woman that he is with, and we'll get into her in a second, it seems like they are startled, like they literally saw a ghost. It's not funny, man, but dude vanished. Dude saw that camera and vanished. He's a poof, Casper the Ghost. And she was like, oh, what should we do? What should we do in this situation? I did not expect this at this Coldplay concert, and this happened, and boom. She's like, I better run too. He ran, I better run too. So what you're looking at again is CEO Andy Byron, and he's at the concert, not by himself. He is at the concert with somebody named Christine Cabot. Now you may be asking, hey, Henry, tell us who Christine Cabot is. Let's get into it. Now, Christine is a worker at the company. She's a co-worker. She's a worker of his. Now she's listed as a chief people officer, right? Which is a fancy way of saying she deals with people, which is a fancy way of saying that she's in HR. That's crazy, man. Anyway, we're gonna say that she works with HR, and she is at this concert with the CEO. Boom, they get caught because they're hugging, they're embracing, they're like, yeah, you feel that? I feel that. You feel that? Yeah, I feel that. That's what they're doing. And then the camera comes on and boom, dude turns into a pile of dust, runs away. She's thinking about what she needs to do, and she ducks as well. She is out of there because they know that they have just gotten caught. They are on the screen, and anybody who knows what Astronomer is as far as the company, they're going to see this, they're going to witness this, and they're going to know all the best of all. Now, Astronomer, just real quick, it's a tech company. Okay, so think about tech, think more software as far as tech, as far as data analysis, as far as if you put this into your company, you can crunch data, you can learn about sales easier, you can integrate AI, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. You don't need to get into that because that's not why you're here in this video. What you're in this video is for is what should I do and how should I feel about this particular situation. Now, normally I am a guy, I will throw a joke anywhere because I like to joke on people, especially when they did something crazy like this guy has done and this woman has done. I like to make fun of that. And I like people to make fun of me when I mess up too at the same time. It's all fun and jokes. But when you get to this level of seriousness, because Andy has not just cheated on his wife. Oh yeah, he's definitely married. He cheated on his wife. He cheated on his family. From my understanding, they have 2 boys together. And his wife's name is Megan Kerrigan Byron. Now his wife is into the education and services aspect for her career. Okay, that's what she does. But imagine waking up one day and realizing that your husband is all over the internet, not for his CEO status, not for what he's done with humanity as far as the positive things, none of that. It's for Coldplay concert. He's there, but he's not only there, he's there with a coworker, an HR coworker that you've probably met that you've probably had dinner with, that you probably talked to over the phone or what have you, at the concert. And they're just not at the concert. They're hugging like this. I mean, they are together. And then when the camera pans disappearing, something has happened. And the reports are saying that she ended up changing her name on Facebook, dropping his last name and then deleting the Facebook and all that. That's all hearsay. I'm not really interested in all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, think about how she must feel, being that she sees her husband on display like that for the entire world to see. How do you handle that? How do you even process that? Not just you, but how do your kids, they supposedly have 2 boys. How do your 2 boys process that level of betrayal from their dad? Now, reports are circulating too that, maybe they've been separated. That does not matter. If they were separated, weren't separated, it doesn't matter. Still married, still together. And at a concert like this with the HR lady or mistress or whatever you want to call it. And we also have to deal with her too at the same time, because she's there with the CEO. And being there with the CEO, knowing that he's married, is a whole different beast altogether. Now, I need people to understand too that this happens a lot. A whole lot. How much lot? A lot. This happens all the time in the workspace. I call it proxy cheating. And you'll have a lot of times, you have the work wife, work husband, quote unquote, and it's laugh, it's jokes, it's fun and all that stuff. But you spend a lot of time with the people that you work with. You do. And those people that you work with usually get the best version of you. I need you to pay attention to that. They get the best version of you. Okay, so what they get is they get you coming to work and you're ironed down and you're pressed. You're in your nice suit, your nice clothes, you're clean, you smell good, you took a shower, you did your hair, you did your nail, all this stuff to come to work. So they're seeing the best version of you. You're on your best behavior. HR, well, regular HR, would keep you accountable and say, hey, you can't talk about that. You have to only talk about this, and et cetera, et cetera. And so they see the best version of you all the time. Now, your wife back home or your husband back home, they get to see all of you. They get to see the good you, the smell good you, yeah, but they also see the part of you that got the holes in your drawers or whatnot, the part of you with your shoes on and off, socks are mismatched, hair all messed up and frizzy and whatnot, smell funny, look funny. They get to see the whole entire picture of that, right? So, but the people at work only see that best version of you. So it's so much easier and it happens so often that people cheat in those scenarios because they only know the best. They only know the best. So it's easy to kiss a woman that looks great and perfect to you. Oh, she never messes up. She says the right thing. She smells good all the time. Her hair is done. It's easy to do that, and I've seen it happen all the time. I used to work at Target some years back. Don't do that to yourself. But I used to work at Target all the time. And man, listen to me. I stayed in the HR office because it was, Henry's sleeping with so-and-so. Henry's messing with so-and-so. What makes you think that? Yeah, because he spoke to her. Like, what else? Do you have any more proof? We don't have any more proof, but I see him training her and doing this. I stayed in HR off of rumors and speculation and everything else. And it's not just me. I was pretty handsome back then too. Now I was a handsome guy back then too. Now, take that. But it was always the case. If somebody new came, then somebody had to be messing with her and whatnot. That was always the narrative. It always came around because there were always people who actually were doing those particular types of things. And that can be damaging in and of itself, because for me, I had to come home and tell my wife, like, hey man, I went to HR office 2 times a day. Why? Because they think I'm messing with this girl. And then my wife obviously had to ask, well, are you? Are you messing with that woman? Huh? You sucking toes at work, Henry? Like, no, none of that. But the point is that is always the case when you put men and women in groups and they are trying to accomplish tasks. They're talking to each other, they're planning together, they're working together, they're going places together, they're eating lunch together, they're sitting in the same rooms together and all that type stuff. Naturally, what happens is it creates bonds, it creates connections and all of that stuff. What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Well, I like to, plant flowers on Sundays. Me too. Next thing you know, we're out planting a flower on Sunday. And the next thing you know, I'm at a Coldplay concert and we're getting caught. Now, if you look at the video, I'm gonna play the video again. I'm gonna play the video again for you. Look at this video one time. And when you when you see this video, when you look over to my left, when you look at there's another lady that they show there, okay? And this lady looks like she's shocked as well, but she doesn't run and disappear like them. She just stands there with the look like she's in, the White Chicks movie or something. Just she's like, I don't know what to do. But that is Alyssa Stoddard, or Stutter, depending on how you want to pronounce it or whatever. But she also is a co-worker for Mr. Byron right here. She is also a co-worker. Now she works as another level of HR as well. Actually, she was brought in by Christine. Isn't that something? Christine brings in Alyssa, and they're both at the concert, both promoted, going to the concert with the CEO guy. It just seems a little planned, seems a little fishy. Call it Nemo. It seems a little Nemo to me to think about that one, it seems like she knows, and I don't know for sure, but it seems like she knows about this whole thing, that he's a married man and he's out with the HR lady, mistress person. She knows that. So you have now two people who know that this is happening. And I wonder who's getting paid for this. And I wonder who's really getting played by this. Are these two playing the CEO who's playing his wife? Kind of odd to think about, isn't it? And then you look at this HR lady who has this position, and the other HR lady who have these particular positions, and they're women. And this is the narrative that continues to haunt women all across the world, especially when you're talking about pay, when you're talking about the equal pay talk and all this stuff. It's you don't earn your position. You don't know how to do your position. You only have the position because of X, Y, and Z, because you have your boobs out, because you look pretty or whatnot. Now, obviously that is not true, but that is the narrative that continues to happen. And then stories like these just bring that point home, and you're like, come on, sis. Come on, sis. Why did you get this job? Because you're doing another job? Why does she get this job? Because she knows that you are doing a job. That's something to think about. And that's something dangerous. But again, to the point, how bad is it that you destroy a family, right? Your family's going to see this. This is going to be all over the internet and all of these things. How do you handle that? Now, obviously, his wife, Andy's wife, can file for divorce, like many of the wives I see that do that. And when Megan files for this divorce, she's probably gonna leave with a whole bunch of money too at the same time. This CEO guy has run $1 billion company, so he's probably got a good bit of money. She's liable to leave with half most of the time. That's how most rich women in the United States get their wealth, is through divorce. That's not my opinion, that's just fact. And that's how it happens. Now, I'm of the mindset that a woman should, she's part of it. She's raising kids, hopefully, or whatnot. She's part of the growth, hopefully, and she's entitled to money. But money can't fix this issue. 50 million can't fix it. I'm sure that they bought things already with that level of money, that level of accomplishment. I'm sure they've got plenty of money and they've already bought things, yachts or houses or PlayStations or Little Mermaid toys, whatever it is. They bought things, but those things can't fix marriage. Those things can't fix the kind of hurt that she is experiencing. Those things can't fix the fact that her husband is blasted all over social media, all online with another woman. Imagine how that makes you feel, to see your man with another woman on screen. Now the comparisons begin. Why her? Why would you do this to me for her? And she has to reconcile that. And I don't care how many millions you got, that doesn't fix that. So that's a lot of pain and that's a lot of hurt. Now, what should we do about this after seeing this, especially as believers, as Christians? What should we do? We have to be praying for these people, right? Because we look at things like this, and cheating is so bad, such a bad thing. And we look at the cause, and we look at all the ravage leaving behind all this pain and all this. But we got to pray for these people, right? To this point, these people have been very low key and to themselves and all this. This pushes them to the forefront, of course. But we ought to be praying for these people. I would hope that this man comes to a realization about what he's done, who he's hurt, or whatnot, and change happens. I hope they work it out. That's what I want. Work it out. Some of the best relationships that I've seen, best marriages that I've seen, are forged from somebody stepping out on the marriage, and then they become absolutely powerful. Not all the time, obviously, but I've seen it. And then you have to think about all the stuff that you have done as a person. I think about all the stuff I've done to Victoria, especially early on in our marriage, how much pain and hurt I've caused Victoria, how much just drama and just brokenness I've caused Victoria. You say, oh, well, you didn't cheat on her. But cheating is not the only thing that you can do to destroy or hurt a relationship or make a marriage just crumble in a lot of ways. So I think about all the times that I wasn't present for her, just mentally or spiritually or socially, just there, but not there. What does that cause? I think about all these things when you're talking about marriage and you're talking about something that is going awry, when you break something in the marriage, super bad, break trust or break love or break something or what have you. What do you do with that? And I pray and I hope and I wish you would do the same thing for these people, that they come together, even the mistress lady or co-worker lady. What mindset you must have to do that? How did you get to that place? Because of just a little bit of sin, man, leads to more and more sin. And next thing you know, boom, you're on a jumbotron trying to disappear. I appreciate you guys for sticking around this long, man. Let me know if I got it right. Let me know if you have any questions about this thing too. Let's talk about it in the comments, and we can come to some agreement or something like that. All right, peace. We out.